got a Charlie Mike. Yeah. Let's go.
Yo, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Charlie Mike Show. As always, I'm your host, Raul, and your co-host is William.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Charlie Mike Show, coming to you from the Pearland Podcast Studio just south of Houston, Texas. We're on a roll now, brother. We're on a roll.
Yeah.
We're going to get this thing rolling for sure. And don't forget that all of this is possible because of Charlie Mike Military Apparel. If you're looking for shirts that keep you going, that's a place to go. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm actually excited, man. We got a special guest in the building.
I know, man. You've been talking about it all week.
I'm going to tell you, man, me and this guy go back. He's seen me a private a couple times. And man, we did some time overseas together. You know, it's amazing to be, every time he's in my presence, it brightens my day, man. And today we got to see his family. He ain't seen his family in forever. Little Bill, man, I told you, last time I saw him, I picked him up. That ain't happening today. That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's going to pick you up now.
So why don't you do us a favor, bro? Why don't you introduce your guest?
Man, let me tell you, when I met him as, well, actually, I met him as Billy because that's the way he introduced himself. He was always different in the military. He didn't like the whole last name thing. And he called everybody by their first name, bro. Right. Hey, he didn't care what your rank was. He called you by your first name. and I synced. Yeah, man. So it's William Asbel, man. Now, when I first got in the Army, he had some time already on me, and he took me under his wing to help me to learn the ropes. And I think it wasn't until we were deployed the first time, right, that we became close, man. We definitely built a relationship and a friendship over some good times and some bad times. You know, it was an honor. It's an honor, and we maintained a close friendship all these years. I think what bonded us a lot was sports. No?
Yes, the sport.
Yeah, sports. We were both sports heads, man. So we were always talking about starting our own sports channel.
There's still time. There is still time.
Yeah. Hey, he just texted me earlier. He was at, I think he was at Dick's Sports. He's like, hey, they don't got no Florida State stuff here.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Well, hey, man, welcome. I mean, it's a really honor to meet you. Like I said, Raul's been very excited to have you on the show, and he's like, I don't care for how long we're going to do it. We're going to have him on the show. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care how long the episode is, man. I just want to get him on there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So give us the abbreviated version. You know, what brought you into the military? You know, how did you end up meeting Raul?
What brought me in the military was my dad did 24 years in the Air Force. And so what I told him growing up was, hey, the Air Force gave me a good life growing up, so I'm going to give the military at least 4 years of my life.
Cool.
And so I was like, let's do it. And I wanted to do the Air Force, but they told me I was too short to be an MP. So I got mad and went next door. And, I said, damn, I want to sign the paperwork and leave. And the recruiter was like, what do you want to do? I was like, infantry. And then 4 years later, I was getting out of the Marine Corps because I ended up transferring over to the Army.
Wow. All right, so you joined the Marine Corps instead, huh?
Yes, sir.
So
Didn't know what
in the Corps, and then you came over and went to the Army.
Yes, sir. Didn't even know what a Marine was. The only Marine I knew was off a movie.
Yeah.
Officer and a Gentleman. Lou Gossett Jr.'s character. That was it. Know nothing about it.
Man, yeah. So he let you know that he was in the Marine Corps. So any chance he got, he's a typical Marine when it comes to that.
Yeah.
He'll let you know.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I say I did a lot of stuff with them. Hey, I got you. That was the whole thing I got about the first names. Because when I was in the Marine Corps, if you were the same rank, they said you can call you by the first name. So it was more of a friendship brotherhood. Like, hey, Raul. And then when I joined the Army, I just didn't care. I was like, you know what? I've done a few things, seen a lot. So, all right, Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hey, I seen him a couple of times called a commander by his first name or whatever, the XO or something like that. It was hilarious, man.
Be like, hey, Eric.
Yeah.
That's Captain. No, sir. It's Eric, man. How you doing today? But it wasn't meant by disrespect or anything. It was just flat out, hey, I just want to be personal. And the last name thing really wasn't personal to me.
Yeah, so about a year actually, we ended up going to Wyoming. Now I told you that our buddy passed.
Yeah, okay.
And that's when me and Billy hadn't seen each other in forever, bro. And it was fun to reminisce, and it was just like nothing stopped. It was just like we picked right back up where we, where we left off.
So where were you guys at when you met? What station? What duty station?
Fort Stewart.
You were at Stewart?
Yeah, we were
Oh,
at Stewart.
all right.
Yeah. He was a steward too at the same time.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Crazy.
good. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was in 4th Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so the information that we've learned about each other's service has always been live on the air, man. We don't talk about it.
We're talking about the business. Hey, man, what do we want to do? I'm talking about guest shows.
He'll say something, I'll be like, me too. Yeah.
Like, bro, you were there? Like, yeah, man, I was there.
Yeah, man, it's good times, man. We had good times. No, just, it brought back so much, man. It did my heart good seeing these guys. It was a horrible reason we were there, but it was great to be around all of them again. And we kind of made it a point to try to be around each other as much as we can, not to only get together, during funerals. We want to get together during good occasions or just becauses.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that we've been trying to do, so I think we're going to Denver this year, right?
Yeah. So we make it a year now. Every year we try to go somewhere that no one's been. And of course, us boys from the South never get anything in the South. We always got to go up north. So.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Well, they want to go to like where it's snowing and stuff like that. And we were like, man, let's go play in the water.
That's not.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but
Not
it's cold.
Galveston water, but let's go play in some water. Yeah. He says, man. I said, you're gonna be disappointed. He goes, oh no, everything's pretty much the same. I said, but the water.
Yeah.
The water, the white sands.
Yeah.
No, nope, nothing around here like that.
You know who messed that up? The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Did they?
Yeah, bro. The headphones. Oh. Yeah, they're responsible for the way the Mississippi ran, and because of the way they did it, all of the crap comes our way.
So somehow it always leads back to the Army.
All
man.
the engineers,
No
man,
matter
they're
what.
still
No matter
getting
what
me.
it is,
They're
they're
still
still screwing us. Nah, man. But
That's good stuff. So, how long were you at Stewart?
20 years.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, how long were you at Stewart, Roll?
4 years.
Oh,
4 years?
okay.
No, three and some change. I don't know because I re-upped in Iraq because for one reason they showed me some money, and then I get to pick my duty station. So I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. And so you were there longer than he was?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
that was a rough prison tour for me.
yeah.
So how long did you do total in the Army?
Well, I total together was, adding the Marine Corps was 12 years, 6 months, and 21 days.
Damn.
Thank you, DD-214, for letting me realize that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I've been teaching them, man. So what do your numbers look like?
Oh,
You tell
yeah.
me his percentage. Or like those are rookies' numbers. We gotta get those up, baby.
Get them
We
up,
gotta get
baby.
those up. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got to do that.
Yeah.
That's like one of the main questions Raul always asks. What is
Oh, yeah.
disability at?
Yeah.
First thing he did when he saw me after a few years was like, hey, man, what's your percentage? and I'm like, hey, Raul, how you doing? He's like, oh, no. What's your
man.
percentage?
What's your
man?"
percentage?
I don't know how you're doing by tell me your percentage,
Hey,
bro.
if I'm eating, everybody's eating, man.
Yeah.
Actually, Manny Arocho is the one that told me about that CRSC.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I talked to you about it, and you were like, "Oh yeah, you didn't know about it?" I was like, "You mother."
It's paying for the studio.
Yeah. Golly, man.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So 12 years. But what year did you get out?
What was it? 10? Yeah, 2010.
You keep looking at him like he knows.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
Like when did you?
Oh, 2010. Yeah. I thought she was just waving over there, but she was throwing numbers at us. Yeah.
All right. So 2010. Man, you guys got out about the same time then, huh?
I
You
bet
got out
15.
12?
15.
Oh,
yeah,
oh man.
2015.
You got out a long time ago. So what you can't hear in the background is.
Well, he was born. He was born when? In 14?
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, you didn't know that. Remember how they said I couldn't stay back with everybody, and I had to go because it was dire urge that I drive another Humvee.
Yeah.
And then so everyone got to stay back. And guess who was the first kid born?
Yours.
Mine.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Well, hey, sorry, Asbel, but your son's born, and I know we didn't let you stay back. So hey, let's send you back home.
Yeah.
I know you just got here, but hey, you
Oh, you did go back home real quick.
immediately. Then I had to do.
Yeah.
Then I had to do 13 straight months.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He was with us when we were sitting in the chow hall watching CNN, man. I think we were in Ramadi. Remember how we used to make that drive to eat their food?
Yes.
So we were in Ramadi, and we were like, watching the CNN headlines, like, oh, y'all got to stay, you fools. Yeah. So y'all got 15 months. We're going home next month. They had a formation. We're like, hey, yeah, you guys are staying.
Staying here.
Yeah. I think we were in October, so we knew it was going to be 15 months.
Oh,
October of 07.
Yeah. Now, when?
And I stayed. I pushed my leave all the way as far as I could. So I didn't come home until September. That was when I had my block leave, or my what do they call? What's the mid tour? Mid tour leave.
Block leave.
Yeah, that's when I had it. It wasn't until then.
But I'll tell you what, though, that straight year, or 13 months, I see everybody else leaving. I'm like, man, forget these jokers. This ain't even right.
I completely forgot about that, to be honest with you, man. I remember now. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. You got screwed on that, too, though.
Always, man. You know,
Because they found out we were going to be added.
So his wife just chimed in and said that they only gave him 2 weeks
Yeah.
of leave. And everybody else who did the whole thing got 3.
Because they knew we were going to get extended, so they gave us an extra week.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But they made him come home a week early.
Golly.
That's right.
That's horrible.
I remember that.
That's
that.
horrible.
That's funny, man. That's good. So what brought you to Texas, man? Besides seeing me?
Then seeing you was it. You know how it goes. Now I met a buddy of mine just retired as a chief warrant officer too.
Chief warrant officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a little get together, and he said, "Hey, Galveston, Texas."
Does he live in Galveston?
No,
Where's he from?
somewhere in Texas, man. He said somewhere middle of Texas, and I was like, well.
I don't understand
Galveston?
Galveston, though, man. I don't understand Galveston.
Well, I think he had a couple buddies that were close, living in Texas too, that were closer. And so he was like, hey, let's meet here. Beach, I guess. I don't know. I asked him, I said, I got a perfect beach in Florida.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, y'all got better beaches. Yeah, y'all got better water. Y'all probably got better women. And he told me to shut up. He said, Erica can hear you. I said, oh, my bad. He said, I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah.
You know, it always reminds me of just like, how dark can we go?
Oh man, yeah, yeah. Well, what were we doing? We were talking with this is a big DJ personality. He was a good friend of ours, and we were saying something, man.
He was asking for like his birth certificate or social security, or like, Raul, you can ask your mom where your social security stuff is. You know, you never asked your mom this, or something about growing up. And Raul, you know Raul's story. He's like, I can't, you know. And then later on in the conversation, you know, Freddie asked me something, and I was like, well, you know, unlike Raul, I can go ask my mom. She's like lives down the street from me. Bro, his entire face was just like.
You should have seen his face, dude. His whole face on the screen was like,
oh no. And Raul was just cracking up. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. There's just something about going dark.
I couldn't stop laughing, man. I was cracking up so bad. And he didn't know whether to laugh or like be offended, or he was just like,
And I was like, I'm sorry, bro. He was like, nah, that was really funny.
Man, so what are you into these days, man? What are you doing?
Working,
Working?
basically.
Yeah? You still stripping?
Yeah.
That's I felt weird asking that because your kids are looking at me.
I do it backwards, man. I get paid to put the clothes back on. You know how it goes.
They pay you in reverse.
Right.
Reverse.
Hey, put it back on.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's good.
So tell me about that transition out.
My transition was easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say they have a harder time, you know, but mine was I had my father, and then of course, if I get upset, I talk to him because he has a master's degree in psychology. So every time I go to talk to him, it's like seeing a shrink. So it was easy to get out. I got out. I'm from I have an Air Force base not even 20 minutes from my house. So I still have everything right there. So it's like I never really got out, but I did, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You had all your kids by that time too before you got out.
No,
you got one after.
I had one after. Had Ezra, the youngest one after, and so he doesn't know what it was like for me not to be around.
Right.
How old are you now, man?
46.
You're 46? Dang. Yeah. I'm not the old one now.
Yeah.
He just turned 27.
20. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he turned 27 like
10 years ago.
20 years ago.
Just never changed the calendar over.
No need to.
He just ain't changed the years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's what's up, man. It's real. It's very humbling to have my friends on the show. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times we have veterans and different people, but it's nobody that we got down and dirty with.
Yeah. And that's the thing Raul always says too. It's like a lot of folks ask, have we served together? It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Well, technically we did. We're the same base.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't work directly with them.
Yeah.
So it is different. Like I had my platoon sergeant come on. That was dope.
That'd been neat. So yeah, for you'll laugh. So when we were in Iraq, we used to sing that song, that rehab song. Remember?
Which one?
Bartender. Remember that?
Oh
song?
yeah.
You know, every time that I hear that song, I think of Raw on us because we played that song before. Before we went on a mission, we came back, we played it. But the funny thing about it was I went to see him perform.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went to see that band perform just because of the song.
Yeah.
Right. And the funny thing about it was I met them, and I was like, "Hey guys, I want to thank you for getting me through Iraq." And they're like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they're like, you're like, what song did we ever write or perform that would help you guys get through Iraq? So I told them, I said, well, Raul and I would listen to you, and we'd sing the song, and they stopped, and they're like, well, man, that's fucking badass. He goes, I've never heard it like that, but
Yeah.
that's cool. And they're like, hey, and then he started introducing me to everybody around. Hey, this guy.
That's what's up.
It was so cool just to see their reactions. And I told him, hey, my buddy Raul and I listened to just silly stuff, though, man.
Yeah, I remember our, I'm saying in code, our study sessions.
Yes.
And then when we used to do carpentry.
Yes, that too. And so, matter of fact, you'll love this. Erica has started growing watermelons.
Get out of here.
For real.
Yeah, for real?
For real. So
serious?
she started growing watermelons, so now you know where they're going to come from.
That's hilarious, man. So, I don't know if we can share that one online, but we'll tell you that story another day. Yeah. We may have committed some felonies.
Is there
The statute of limitations?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be over now.
I don't know, man. Let me Google it first.
Before we
Next
say-
time you come down, yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah, we'll share it.
Billy and Raul Part 2.
Oh, man. So we're about to go get some, as soon as we finish this interview, man, we're going to go do some good eating. Yeah. We'll eat some barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't know about barbecue over there.
No, we don't. We just.
Y'all just do Cuban food? What's the... I'm asking. I was asking. What is it?
Everything, man.
Everything?
I would
A little bit
say
of everything?
A little bit of everything,
Yeah. That's what's up.
But I could tell you my little town has like 14 Mexican restaurants. So.
For real? Like Mexican? Or like...
No, just
White people Mexican.
White people Mexican, you know.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna lie. And El Paso, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you know that's straight up.
Caso Lake?
No.
No?
Little Rumbas. You know?
You pass them Morenos? Yeah, no, that's not. They actually got all right food. It's all right. My parents like it there. I mean, it's not the first one I'll go to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll take you out to Pasadena or Park Place in Broadway.
Yeah.
Del Sol.
Let's
go right now.
We're out.
And on that note, y'all, we are out of here.
Have a good one. Nah, man. So, how much longer you gonna be in town?
Well, we're leaving tomorrow. You know, we did a few things. We're going to a little concert tonight. Me and music, I just like live music. It's kind of crazy like that, but I prefer it live. And then if they're horrible live, I'll never listen to them again on the radio. So that's why I'm hoping. You know, this Thomas Rhett guy. I hope he's horrible, so I can just cut him off. Every time.
What's the song? Thomas Rhett song. Give me a Thomas Rhett song.
And I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Sing a song.
Any
This is your time to shine.
Give me a Thomas Rhett song.
Thomas Rhett.
GTS. Google that.
The
shit.
what song?
Talking about marrying the chick.
That's every country song. Yeah, I'm marrying this chick and she's gonna leave me in 2 years.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh,
When
Yeah.
he's standing there watching her get married.
Yeah.
Oh, that depressing song. It could have been me or something like that.
marry me.
Die a happy man. You got the song. It is marry me. That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. I like that song.
But that's
yeah,
Gonna
that's a
Marry
good
Me.
song. Yeah, that's a good song.
He's sitting in the background watching his best friend.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Okay, no, but that's a good song though.
It is a good song. But
That's life, bro. That
Yeah,
is
I
life.
played it. He told me change it. Yeah.
I'm like, God dang, bro, get over it. Move on.
she said no. No means no.
Killing me, Smalls.
You killing me. Oh yeah, and Coach Wendell, right?
Yeah, Coast
Yeah,
Window.
he's a good one. I like him. Yeah. And they said, I think Tupac.
I hope so, man. Maybe Tupac.
Man,
come
that
back.
dude's been, his name has been coming up a lot in socials, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because they just did that. They did some kind of search warrant in Las Vegas
Yeah.
in regards to his murder.
They just did an interview with his daughter, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
That's craziness.
She was dropping dimes.
In 90, well, you got to think that was 96.
Was it 96?
1996, I do believe. Imagine that.
And they still doing an investigation? Yeah. I can tell you who did it.
Yeah.
It was me. I was, what, 12? Nah, man. That's what's up, man.
That's cool. So the theme of the show is all about transitions, right? Or how we continue our mission.
Well,
What advice do you have for vets that are getting ready to transition out? You know, active duty guys that are like, you know, how do they find their next mission? You know, how do we continue to travel like you do and stay in contact? You know, what's some things that we can do?
my thing is you got to find your niche. And when I say that, it's a little bit different in my eyes. You know, your niche, my niche is you got to find people that you truly cared about. You know, you're going to find someone that you did. There's going to be one or two or three. Circles aren't big, you know. And you find them, and you always keep them around. You try to talk to them because it keeps you level. So when you get out, you can still say, hey, Roll, man, I'm getting out. I know you've been out, man. But it's caving. It's caving. Just like when we got back, every time we got back from deployment, you know, like for some people, it caved down. You know, you come back home and 6 weeks later you're freaking out, or 6 months later you're freaking out. But if you had that person to talk to, it never dropped.
Yeah, I remember while I was still in, you know, when we got out and got back in, or not when we got back home, we would have different barbecues at different people's houses just to maintain the camaraderie and the closeness between all of us. You know, because it was something that we were also used to that we were going without. You know, because, I mean, we had to do the family thing and all that, but we were so used to just being around each other all the time, man. It just was weird.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody. It's like every time someone would PCS, I would throw a big old party. Like I was the party guy, but now I'm like, man, hey, let's go out and eat. That's why I gained about 100 and some odd pounds. You know?
feel
Yeah,
you.
man.
feel you.
I think the first time I ever played beer pong was at your house.
Probably, honestly, because,
Yeah. Yeah, remember we had those wrestling championship belts?
yes, and I still have them.
And we wore those masks. We used to wear those masks.
And I still have the mask.
Yeah.
And I have the belts. They're still signed in the back. Hey, memories though, man. You got to keep them.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. You still keep in contact with anybody or everybody?
A few.
That's good.
You know, like Greg.
Yeah.
Talk to Greg.
Dr. Greg.
Yeah, Doctor. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you better put some-
Kev. You better put Doctor over Doctor. Hey, sorry, Dr. Kevin.
he said the other day, he goes, I'm not a doctor. I said, does the hospital know? Cracking up laughing, man. Like, yeah. So yeah, Greg's always been a good dude.
Yeah,
man. He's cool people. I saw that you keep in contact with Orocho too, huh?
Yeah, man. He's
He was a good dude. Oh, and Jared.
Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's funny, man. He ain't changed, man.
he ain't never gonna change.
Yeah.
Man, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, but it was awesome to spend some time with you guys, man. You know, last year about this time.
Right.
I think we even committed a couple of felonies then.
Yeah, we always we just can't.
Yeah.
Just can't repeat it.
Like, come
Let
on,
me
Raul.
tell you, it was a historic landmark. No.
Wow, you're right. Honestly.
Yeah, let's change the subject. That actually might be still in the statute of limitations.
But you know, gotta admit,
Well, it was last year, bro. Yes.
but you gotta admit it is kind of awesome, though.
Oh yeah,
I mean, just doing stuff like that. I know
100%.
we're all going down if we're ever caught, but it's
Yeah.
such a rush, you know.
and like idiots, we'll record it. Yeah,
Right.
that we're like the cool kids. We'll
You know, hey-
record everything.
Everybody's phone starts ringing, and you're like, "What's going?" Oh man, we're FaceTiming this.
It's a whole group of FaceTime. We FaceTime like 12 people. It's all of us.
We're FaceTiming as we break the law. This is great.
Man, yeah. So you got to see Modest too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's good. He's still the same, huh?
Well, you know,
He's calmed down a lot.
Is anybody ever still the same?
No.
Schwartz.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say he's never going to change.
Nah.
Honestly, 100%.
Oh yeah. But he's always been that way.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah. I don't.
once a jerk, always a jerk. I guess we could say.
Hey, we used to say, they said, how come you don't like him? I said, I never had a problem with him, but he's a dick. Never had a problem with him, but he's a dick. Yeah.
and he'll admit, it. Hey, if you don't like me, I'm a butthole. But hey, get used to it. And honestly, that's what he is.
Yeah.
100%.
He'll tell you, though.
All the time.
Yeah, he'll tell you. He won't fake the funk either, though. He'll tell you. Man, go ahead. What else you got for Billy, man? I know Billy, so it's kind of hard to ask him questions. And I'm kind of worried about what he'll say. Yeah.
I'm keeping it in, though. See, I'm doing good. You know?
No, I know you guys are hungry, so I'll ask you my last question that I always ask everyone.
Yes, sir.
Charlie Mike means continue mission. What does that term, Charlie Mike, mean to you?
So, like, continue mission. So my thing is like, I want to continue the mission by, and this sounds silly, is like, I want to help every veteran. You know, like Raul. Raul says, hey, I got this new shirt. Boom. I'm buying it.
That's my guy.
I see another veteran in Florida needed help. I'm buying it, 100%. I want to help them out no matter what, and it might be only a little bit here, a little bit there, but you got to continue mission is continuing helping everybody else along the way. So I could care less about what I do, so I just want to help the other people, continue on, until I'm 103, I'm going to kick it.
Yeah. Man, that's what's up, bro. I really, I tell you often, man, I appreciate the love and everything you do,
Always.
man. Yeah, he's my number one supporter, bro. Whatever I do, he's doing it. He's sharing it, buying it. You don't care what it is. Yeah, so I definitely appreciate you, and I talk about you a lot. I do, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, the uglies all the time, though.
Well,
It's hard.
yeah, your football taste.
The ugly is usually the role. That's like the good, the bad, and
Yeah.
Come on, you can't say my football taste. My football taste won you money. When you bet, who should I bet on? Remember?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, and you come in, hey, I made all this money.
Yeah, I think we were in Iraq, man, and it was the Giants were playing.
The Patriots.
We were playing the Patriots, and I asked him, I said, man, we were real heavy on a gambling site, and it was like, what was it, like 14-1?
Yes, it was. And I told him, I said, hey, here's what we're going to do. You bet this, this, and this. And he betted and he won.
I won almost $15,000.
God dang.
Yeah.
And I said,
And where's it at?
I said,
It went to Sunshine,
charity.
Charity.
There you go.
I feel like we're getting some looks right here, so we're gonna change the subject.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man. I'm really glad you came in. I'm glad you spent some time with us. Thanks for bringing your family down and showing them, a little bit about what we do. And I really appreciate you sharing your story too.
Thank you guys for having me, though. Honestly.
thank you,
It was
brother.
kind of fun. We should do it again sometime.
Yeah, man, we definitely will. We definitely will. Let me look up the statute of limitations, and we'll get you back on. Hey, as always, you guys.
Y'all, don't forget that the Charlie Mike Pearland Podcast Studio is made possible by Charlie Mike Military Apparel. You can go on there and get you some shirts, some swag that keeps you going. That's what we're about. We're about continuing the mission. Charlie Mike here representing. That's what we do, man.
How do they follow you, man?
Oh, for me, man, you know me. I'm not a big fan of socials, but you can follow me at Mustache Wisdom. You can follow me at all my handles. It's Mustache Wisdom on all of it. If you out there are struggling and you need someone to talk to you, the number is 988. It's 988. You can call it. You can text it. You can go on and start an online chat. If you're in dire need, call or text 988. If you're military or veteran, press 1. You're not alone.
Yeah, man. So as always, man, we want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And my man Billy, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's always
thank
great to see you and spend time with you. We'll see y'all later. We're about to go eat. Charlie Mike.